insert any other dietary restriction, right? They know that, and they're like, what do you want to eat? Because it's not going to be on the catered menu. You give them the simplest thing, Chinese food. I said I'm a Virgo. You get it.
Get ready to witness a case of main character syndrome in full effect. A nasty syndrome that's only been getting worse these past few years, where some people believe that they're just the most important individuals on this planet in any situation. In this case, it's a wedding. So basically, this person was invited to somebody's wedding. Obviously, a huge celebration, a big day for the people getting married. But, and this is a big but, it turned out that none of the food that was going to be served there was anything this main character could eat since she's vegan. So instead, she ended up asking for Chinese takeout, of all things, to accommodate her. But lo and behold, when the day of the wedding arrived, no Chinese food was being served. And so, like any normal, self-aware person, she decided to make a video ranting about it on TikTok. And on top of that, refused to give a gift to the bride and groom. Unbelievable. Now, without further ado, let's take a look.
I'm so curious about what you would do if you're invited to a wedding and you accept the invitation. They ask you what you want to eat because they know that you're vegan, or let's just like insert any other dietary restriction, right? They know that, and they're like, what do you want to eat? Because it's not going to be on the catered menu. You give them the simplest thing, Chinese food. You write it out. They're like, bet, I'll send it to the coordinator. And you're like, okay. Also, there are about 8 different spots near the church that you're getting married at where you can just get it from. They're like, no problem. I'll probably get it the day before and just heat it in the mic. I don't even have a problem with that. Cool. But that's not what happened, right? You get a call like 2 hours before the wedding, 2.5 hours, and the coordinator's like, so where do I get this from? Where do you order from? Ma'am, what are you talking about? And so I'm like, any Chinese store, just Google it. They're all the same. It'll taste good, right? I don't even care if it doesn't taste good. Like, I just want something to eat. I want my child to have something to eat. And then
At this point, why not just get the food yourself? You're the one who's being picky, you're the one who's vegan, apparently, so why even let your food be picked up by the coordinator who might even get something you don't like? The wedding coordinator, who probably also has 500 other things going on, considering most weddings are usually a pretty big deal and high maintenance. Why even let them handle this Chinese food accommodation and just pick it up yourself? Keep in mind, she even said that she got this phone call like 2 hours before the wedding. You don't think that maybe all these organizers might be preoccupied with more important things? And I get that it's technically their job, but this is your specific food request that nobody else is getting. Why not take matters into your own hands? Unreal behavior. But yeah, Chinese takeout as well. I don't know about you guys, but I'd feel kind of weird eating some Chinese takeout at a wedding. At that point, just eat before the wedding or something and keep things as easy as possible for everyone organizing it.
Like, I just want something to eat. I want my child to have something to eat. And then they're like, okay, working on it. And then an hour before, they're like, how close are you to the church where, the family members are getting married? And I'm like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They're like, okay, can you go pick up the food? I placed an order. Can you go pick? I will not. No, I will not. Why would I go do that? That doesn't even make sense to me.
Really? It doesn't make sense that the people organizing an entire wedding are maybe a little too busy focusing on other stuff? It's not even like they just forgot about our meal or anything like that. They are asking you and telling you ahead of time to go pick up your order that they placed. A specific accommodation for you and you only at someone else's wedding. The entitlement is off the charts here, and at this point, her not getting this Chinese takeout is completely on her 100%. I don't know where you got this sense of entitlement, like you're the boss of the wedding coordinators. This isn't your wedding, so if you want your fried rice and General Tao chicken, drive your ass over to the Chinese. Actually, I forgot she's vegan, so replace the chicken with some noodles.
I placed an order. Can you go pick? I will not. No, I will not. Why would I go do that? That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I'm here to see some nuptials, not be your assistant. And they're like, well, you're not going to have anything to eat. And I'm like, okay, cool. I kind of expected this to happen because your track record with being a coordinator is like iffy. So my question is, what do you do in terms of a gift? Because I feel like the gift serves two different things, right? The gift is intended to help you cut cost, right? Like traditionally, like I'm going to, if I'm not getting you like something tangible, I'm just giving you cash. And I want to help cut the cost that you spent on these meals. Now, my meal's super cheap because it's Chinese food. It's like $20, 25, if that, right? But then the other side of the gift giving is like it's intended to like celebrate you. You just said your nuptials and yay, you're married, go be great. But I feel some kind of way if I didn't get any return on my gift. Like I didn't get food, period. Like I didn't get food. So what do you do? Do you still give the gift?
Yes, you do. What kind of question is that? Why wouldn't you? How about just giving a gift because it's a gift and people are getting married and you want to celebrate them? This isn't a transaction with strings attached. It's a fucking wedding. The main character syndrome and entitlement is strong with this one. If you're giving gifts at weddings and expecting something in return, you're supposed to be over here celebrating two people getting married, you know, one of the biggest days of their life. Not thinking of the gift transaction. To think that she willingly posted this on social media for the world to see, thinking everyone would agree with her, is fucking wild. And to top it all off, it's just hilarious that the entire reason you're not giving this gift is because you didn't get Chinese takeout that they even notified you to go pick up. Holy shit.
So what do you do? Do you still give the gift? I don't know. I am asking other people and they're like, oh, well, maybe you should. And then they're like, absolutely not. Because you did all this driving. I didn't mention that like I had drove like 5 hours to get to this wedding. So like I'm arriving an hour before it starts, straight off the road. Like, ugh. I don't know. I want feedback. I want feedback. Like, one, I'm a Virgo, and two, like, Bridget, right? Like, I said I'm a Virgo. You get it. Tell me what you think you would do, please.
Oh, well, yeah, that explains everything then. She's a Virgo. I should have known this was just standard Virgo behavior. How dumb of me to not realize that. I guess Virgos are all just selfish, self-centered lunatics who make weddings all about themselves. Alright, I'm not gonna go into an astrology rant. That's a topic for a whole other video, but holy shit, imagine being this childish and entitled all over some goddamn Chinese takeout. Now, shockingly, a lot of people weren't on her side, and she ended up posting a follow-up apology video in quotations, because I don't think I've ever seen a more half-assed apology in my life. There's also a twist to the story that just makes this situation all the more insane.
Okay, let me just offer an apology and some clarity. One, I feel like my question has really activated some untreated, unnamed, unhealed trauma in some of y'all because the way my comments are just blowing up with like all kinds of mess, it's a little funny. But the second thing is maybe you need information because it's clear that some of y'all didn't watch the video to completion. The first thing is that the wedding that I attended was for my brother, right? My brother and like one of my best friends. He asked me, what are you going to eat? The caterer did not provide vegan options. So I try to just like make it real simple. I chose Chinese because they're Chinese like corner stores every 3 blocks, right? I Googled it. Everything around the church was like easily accessible. The next thing is that what I didn't share was that the coordinator was my sister, right? I've been vegan for the majority of my life. And my brother already knew, like, he didn't really have complete faith in my sister, like, coming through on everything. And she didn't. It was a fail. It was a lack of just consideration. I think the other thing is that there was just ambivalence about, whether my daughter and I ate if I wasn't willing to do the labor. And that's absurd to me because what I'm looking for is reciprocation, right? In any relationship I have, relationships are transactional. We can try and say that they're not, but indeed they are. So if I'm giving you the best, right? Top tier, I expect that. And if you can't reciprocate, then we just have a new baseline of functioning, right? Like the love is always there, but like I'm going to give you what you give me. because it needs to be balanced. And, here's, I don't want to get too deep, but like some of y'all responses are really rooted in patriarchy and colonialism. I'm not the caretaker for my brother. I'm not the caretaker for anyone else. Asking me to do extra labor is absurd when I am a guest, indeed, right? I drove 5 hours, spent $500, and that was my gift, my attendance.
Imagine being this petty at your own sibling's wedding. With family members like these, who needs enemies? Not a single apology was said in the video, and she somehow found a way to make herself look even worse. And I guess you could make the argument that her sibling should have had her covered, but still, I don't know if I agree with that. I would think that you as the sibling should try and make things easier for the person getting married. Your own family member, since, well, it's their wedding and not your day. You're not the main character. Shouldn't you be trying to make this day the best as possible? I don't know, you could be looking for reciprocation on someone else's wedding day. Unreal.
Some of y'all responses are really rooted in patriarchy and colonialism. I said I'm a Virgo, you get it.
But anyways, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more juicy videos coming soon to the channel. And let me know what you would do in this situation if you couldn't get some Chinese takeout at someone else's wedding. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a sign of huge disrespect, not having some fried rice and egg roll accommodations for this one guest. But let me know. Leave a comment. Peace.
I said I'm a Virgo, you get it.